Hello everyone, Genki here, and today we're going to see if I can beat Pokemon Shining Pearl with only Staraptor. Starly is Sinnoh's Brat 1 bird, and its evolution is strong enough to be a mainstay on people's teams. But how would it do by itself? We'll be starting the challenge with the Starly, who has a 245 base stat total. However, it thankfully evolves at level 14 into Staravia, who has a 340 base stat total, and at level 34 into Staraptor, who has a 485 base stat total. Staraptor has amazing attack and speed, however horrible special attack. Also, its bulk is kind of in the middle. 85 HP, 70 defense, and 60 special defense. It's not bad, but not good either. By level up, the Staraptor line gets a bunch of normal and flying moves. It also gets agility. Final Gambit is a weird move, but we can't use it, so we don't have to worry about it. When we eventually evolve Staravia and the Staraptor, we get access to close combat, which will be our best offense into Rock and Steel types. By TM, Staraptor gets more normal and flying moves. We do get access to Workup, so we can boost our attack. However, other than that, the only moves of interest I see are Air Release, which we also learn by level up, and Fly. I think this run is going to rely a lot on Brute Force. Let's go over the rules. I can only use the Staraptor line in battle. No items in battle, only held items outside of combat are allowed. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's begin. We started the challenge by catching a Starly on Route 1. I named her Robin. She's bashful nature, so neutral stat gains, and her ability is Keen Eye. However, once she evolves, her ability will switch to Intimidate. She's only level 2, so I had to switch trainer before we could continue to Jubilife City. We got Robin up to level 5. The trainers along the way raising her up to level 7 as we entered the city. The first thing we did was pick up the team for Workup to teach it to Robin. We then challenged Barry. Barry's Starly was a 2KO with Wing Attack, but we got hit with a Growl before we could take it out. I decided to have Robin use Workup against Piplup, but then as Wing Attack only did a quarter, Piplup went for Growl. It was still a 4-hit KO though. There is no way we are beating Rourke with a single Starly. I decided to evolve Robin into Staravia before challenging Rourke. Despite Robin's Intimidate, she was a 3-hit KO from rollout. 2-hit KO if Geodude led with Defense Curl. We need to set up Workup. Every move we have is resisted by Rock. At level 16, we got up 2 Workups as Geodude was building up its rollout. However, it then missed its rollout for the first time in our first hour of attempts. This allowed us to take out Geodude with 3 Wing Attacks. Against Onix, Wing Attack was only doing a quarter, but then Onix missed his Rock Throw. However, Onix landed his next Rock Throw, taking Robin to red health. Thankfully, Robin got a crit, taking out Onix. Last up is Kratos. Wing Attack took it straight to below half, but a single headbutt finished on Robin. At level 18, we set up our 2 Workups, as Geodude used Defense Curl and then Rollout. Geodude then missed its second rollout, and for some reason, Rourke decided to have Geodude set up a second Defense Curl. Geodude was 1 hit away from going down, but Rourke then switched out Geodude for Onix. Our Wing Attack now did a third to Onix. However, then our second Wing Attack got a crit, taking Onix to red health. I knew Rourke would use a potion, so I had Robin set up a third Workup. Wing Attack then took Onix to a quarter, but then Onix got its own crit, leaving Robin in red health. We took out Onix the next turn. This brought back out Geodude. I decided to do something risky. I had Robin set up a 4th Workup, hoping Robin would survive Geodude's first rollout, which she did, on 1 HP. We then finally took out Geodude, leaving only Kratos, who at plus 4 attack was a one-shot. We can now head back to Jubilife, and then up to the Valley Windworks, where we have to battle Commander Mars. We set up a single workup as Zubat missed its supersonic. We then one-shot it with Wing Attack. Mars' Perugly outsped Robin, and used Growl, neutralizing our workup as Wing Attack did a third. Perugly then used the second Growl, as Wing Attack took Perugly to yellow health, activating its Thornberry. Perugly for some reason went for Thief, but it was pretty weak, as Robin's next Wing Attack took Perugly to a quarter. To give itself more time, Perugly went for a third Growl, causing it to survive our fourth Wing Attack with a Sliver. However, there was nothing it could do to stop its inevitable demise. A fifth Wing Attack finished off Perugly. We could now enter from the forest, and then return to City, to challenge the next gym. With only one workup, Wing Attack one-shot swept Gardenia's entire team. Off to the Team Galactic building, to battle Commander Jupiter. We set up one workup, as Zubat missed his supersonic. Wow, deja vu. Zubat was a one-shot with Wing Attack. Against Skuntank, Wing Attack only did a third, as Skuntank went for Poison Gas. Robin's next Wing Attack then got a high roll, taking Skuntank to red health, activating its Citrus Berry. Skuntank's Flamethrower thankfully didn't do that much damage. Poison damage taking Robin to below half. This allowed Robin to survive Skuntank's aftermath after we finished off with one final Wing Attack. We now have to go to Harlem City, but all that was there was a battle of Berry. We set up two workups, as Starly went for Double Team and Endeavor. Starly was in a one-shot. Prinplup survived Wing Attack and did a lot of damage with Bubble Beam. Thankfully, Robin outsped, taking out Prinplup without taking another hit. Last are Pointon and Roselia, who were both one-shots. Next up is Veilstone City, but I first picked up the TMs for Roost and Steelwing, and the Fist Plate for close combat in the future. In Veilstone City though, for once, we didn't visit the department store. There are no TMs for sale that would be of any use to us. So it's off to the third gym. Robin is part normal, so fighting does neutral damage. Meditite's Drain Punch still did a third. However, at +1, Meditite was a one-shot Wing Attack. Robin then hit level 28 and learned Aerial Ace. I decided to replace Wing Attack. They both have the same base power, but Aerial Ace never misses. Next is Machoke, who survived Aerial Ace and took out Robin with a single Rock Tomb. With +2 attack, Machoke was a one-shot. However, then Lucario came out. Its Steel typing makes it take neutral damage for flying moves. Also, it outsped. Its Drain Punch taking Robin from full health to red health, as Aerial Ace only did half. To get past Lucario, we had to evolve Robin, so I grinded her up to level 34. We only set up a workup against Meditite before taking it out. Against Lucario, Robin now outsped. Her Aerial Ace took Lucario straight to red health, as its Drain Punch did a third, healing Lucario back to half. It went down the next turn, giving us our third badge. With nothing in between, it's time for the next gym. Lakewood's a Gyarados, who has Intimidate. However, at -1, its Ice Fang couldn't do that much damage. We only set up two workups before going for Aerial Ace, which Gyarados survived on a Sliver. Wake tried to use her Super Potion, but one more Aerial Ace finished off Gyarados. Quagsire survived Aerial Ace, and its Skull took Robin to red health, but it went down the next turn. Last is Floatzel. I was expecting Aqua Jet, but Robin went first and one-shot Floatzel. With 4 badges, we have the battle Berry. We set up a single workup, as Starly's Endeavor took Robin straight to half health. It was a one-shot with Aerial Ace. Prinplup again survived Aerial Ace and went for Bubble Beam, which took Robin straight to 1 HP. It went down the next turn. Last are Pointon and Roselia, who were both still one-shots. We had to do a small side quest to Celestic Town, but then we were immediately off to the 5th gym. Drifloon decided to go for Fly, so we had to set up 2 workups. Fly didn't do that much damage though. Also, Drifloon was a one-shot. We took more damage from Aftermath. Gengar's next, and it outsped, but decided to use Confuse Ray. Robin didn't hit herself though, so she landed her air release, which was a one-shot. Last was Magius, who also outsped. Its Dazzling Gleam took Robin to yellow health, but it was a one-shot with air release. Off to Canleave City, where we have another battle with Barry. Barry now had Staravia, so our attack was down from Intimidate. We went for 3 workups as Staravia went for 3 double teams. Thankfully, air release never misses, so Staravia was a one-shot. At +2 attack, the rest of Barry's team were also all one-shots. With that easy battle done, we now have an extremely difficult one. We had super effective close combat, but that's only 5 power points. Bronzor is part psychic, so it actually takes neutral damage for close combat. It also has Trick Room, which will allow it and the rest of Byron's team to outspeed Robin. The best plan I could think of was to stall out the Trick Room. However, the problem with that is that as we set up workup, we're getting hit with Flash Cannon and Sandstorm damage, while trying to avoid Robin hitting herself in confusion. This took a while. I decided to have Robin learn Roost. Having access to Roost allowed us to power through confusion damage by healing when it happened. With +6 in attack and Trick Room gone, we went for Air Release in the Bronzor, but it survived in red health. This allowed it to step back up Trick Room. Gosh darn it. Byron then used up both of his potions as we attacked Bronzor. With no healing options, Bronzor went for Confuse Ray, but it went down. Against Steelix, as it went for Sandstorm, we went for Air Release, which did a third. We could not go for close combat. The defense drop would lead to our doom. However, then the Trick Room ended, so we quickly finished off Steelix with close combat. Last is Bastion. Bastion is 4 times weak to fighting. However, it has Sturdy, so it would be a 2 KO anyway. I decided to have Robin start with Air Release to break the Sturdy, as Bastion decided to set up Iron Defense. However, with +2 defense, it was not enough to survive close combat. We now have to investigate the lakes, but nothing happened, so it's off to Snowpoint City, where we picked up the leftovers before challenging the 7th chip. After only 1 workup, Candace's entire team was a one-shot sweep. Time to infiltrate Team Galactic headquarters, where we have to battle Cyrus. We set up a workup, as Mirko put it into our setup with Taunt. It was then a one-shot. Sneasel was also a one-shot. However, Golbat was a 2 KO. Off the Mount Cornet, where we have to battle Mars and Jupiter with Barry. I had Robin set up 2 workups. The Bronzors couldn't do that much damage. Mars' Bronzor has Reflect, but we could just brute force past it. Also, the Bronzors had Confuse Ray, causing Robin to hit herself, as Barry's Munchlax spanned Fight into Mars' Bronzor. I had Robin finish off Mars' Bronzor though. This sent out Perugly, who was a one-shot close combat. Last on Mars' team was Golbat. It was a one-shot thanks to a crit. Barry's Munchlax kept hitting itself in confusion, so Jupiter's Bronzor was actually still at full health. Air Release took it to half health. Bronzor then decided to confuse Robin, as Munchlax snapped out of its confusion, taking Bronzor the red health fight. Bronzor went down to Robin. This sent out Skuntank. We were out of air releases thanks to the trip at Mount Cornet, so we had to go for close combat, which took Skuntank straight to its liver. It had Citrus Berry equipped, but Munchlax's Body Slam finished off Skuntank. Last is Jupiter's Golbat. Golbat double resist fighting, so close combat only did a quarter. Golbat though decided to finish off Munchlax. This sent out Ponyta. Somehow, Robin's next close combat took Golbat to low yellow health. Like, it wasn't even a crit. This then allowed Ponyta to take out Golbat with a single Flame Wheel. Time for Cyrus. We set up 2 workups, as Honchkrow got a crit with Air Cutter, and used Defog. Honchkrow was then a one-shot. Gyarados is next. So we set up a 3rd workup, as Gyarados' Ice Fang took Robin to below half. Gyarados then survived Aerial Ace but missed its Ice Fang. I knew Cyrus was going to heal, so I had Robin set up a 4th workup before taking out Gyarados. Cyrus's Crobat naturally outspeeds Robin, but it still set up Tailwind, as we hit it with Aerial Ace, which it survived on a literal sliver. Cyrus decided to waste his turn on a Super Potion, so Crobat went down. Last is Weavile. It surprisingly went for Aerial Ace, so we just took it out with close combat. With the world saved, it's time for the last gym. This was impossible. Raichu outsped, and its Volt Switch does a lot of damage. Raichu would then switch to Ambipom, who also outsped Robin. That was at level 54. Let's grind up some levels. At level 58, Robin now outsped Raichu. However, this made Raichu switch to Nuzzle for the guaranteed paralysis. I had Robin hold a Cherry Berry, but then as we took out Raichu, Static activated. The paralysis from Static actually didn't matter, because even without paralysis, Ambipom still outsped. I got Robin up to level 60, but I felt we needed to rely on luck to beat Volkner. Robin was at max friendship, so moves with the 100 Axie Thunderbolt have a chance to miss. Eventually, we got this run. We went through the same workup and close combat combo against Raichu, but this time, no Static. Ambipom, as usual, led with Fake Out, but then it missed its double hit, allowing us to step a second workup. Ambipom then missed its Thunderbolt, so we easily took it out with close combat. Octillery was an easy one-shot, so all that was left was Luxray. It has Intimidate, but thankfully Robin outsped, and close combat got a crit, so we had nothing to worry about. We can now head to the Pokemon League, where I first picked up the Sky Plate, before going into our final battle with Barry. We set up 2 workups, as Barry's Staraptor went for Rain Dance, and then a weak close combat. Barry's Staraptor then survived Aerial Ace thanks to his Focus Sash. However, since it couldn't do that much damage, it easily went down the next turn. Heracross and Rapidash were both one-shots at Aerial Ace. For Snorlax, I had Robin use close combat, in order to quickly take it out. We also used close combat against Apollyon, since it was now super effective. Last out was Rogerade, who was a one-shot. Time for the Elite Four. Aaron's team was an easy sweep with Aerial Ace, but then came Bertha. Quagsire has Toxic, so I had Robin hold a Pecha Berry. On our first attempt though, Quagsire only spammed Surf. This allowed us to set up 2 workups, but Quagsire was still 2k with Aerial Ace. Sudowoodo has 150 base power head smash, so we had to immediately take it out with close combat. This brought out Golem, who has Sturdy, so we went down the Stone Edge. I was thinking since Stone Edge has a chance to miss, we could just keep going until it missed, but for some reason, Golem never missed Stone Edge. At level 67, we got this attempt against Bertha, where she switched out Quagsire for Golem. During that turn, I was having Robin go for Roost, so we didn't do any damage against Golem. However, at Robin's high level, with high HP, we discovered that she can survive Stone Edge. That allowed her to finally take out Golem. However, then we discovered Bertha's ace Hippowdon survives a +4 close combat. We were lucky to get the +4, because sometimes our friendship would allow Robin to expel the poison from Toxic. Eventually, we got this run. As we started to spam workup against Quagsire, it decided to only use Surf, along the way missing twice in a row. However, it still took Robin all the way to a 3rd, as we set up all 6 of our workups. We then went for Roost, as Quagsire finally landed his Toxic, which was negative by our Pecha Berry. Of course, at +6, Quagsire and Sudowoodo were both one-shots. Against Golem, we went for Aerial Ace, which took it to a 3rd. And then guess what? Missed its Stone Edge. So we took it out the next turn. Whiscash was an easy one-shot, so last is Hippowdon, who at +6 was a one-shot. We can finally progress. Time for Flint. Rapidash went first and decided to spam Iron Tail, which was not doing that much damage, as I had Robin instead of 3 workups before going for Roost. We went for a full 6 workups before finally taking a Rapidash. We were at plus 6 because next out is Steelix, who we thankfully one-shot. Lopunny and Drifloon were also one-shots, so all that remained was Infernape. Infernape outsped, but for some reason it went for close combat, as Aerial took it to 1 HP, breaking its Focus Sash. Because Flint always goes for a potion, one more Aerial took out Infernape. Last on the E4 is Lucian. We set up 5 workups against Mr. Mime, as it said Reflect and Light Screen, and missed the Psychic. But then it landed 2 in a row, taking Robin straight to red health. This forced us to go for Roost, twice. However, as I had Robin set up a final 6 workup, Psychic took Robin to a quarter thanks to an earlier special defense drop. Mr. Mime was a one-shot with Aerialis. At plus 6, we thankfully one-shot Girafarig, so we don't have to worry about Trick Room. Manchip was also a one-shot. Alakazam did outspeed, but it went for Future Sight. Last is Bronzong, who was a one-shot close combat. Finally, it's time for Cynthia. Spiritomb Dark Pulse does half of Robin's health in one hit. We were able to set up 2 workups thanks to leftovers, but Spiritomb survived Aerialis with a quarter. We were not ready. Also, if we were lucky to get past Spiritomb, Cynthia sends out Milotic, who survives our plus 2 Aerialis with green health. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, we grinded Robin all the way to level 78. By the time we got back to Cynthia, Robin was at level 80. Spiritomb's Dark Pulse now did a third, so we could safely go for Roost after getting hit by 2 Dark Pulses. We had to keep going back and forth between Workup and Roost, but we eventually got up all 6 Workups, before finally taking out Spiritomb. With plus 6 attack, Milotic was now a one-shot. Gastrodon and Roserade were also one-shots. Roserade's Poison Point did activate, but I don't think that mattered much, as Lucario was a one-shot, leaving only Cynthia's ace, Garchomp. Garchomp, in usual Garchomp fashion, got greedy and set up Swords Dance, allowing Robin to one-shot with Aerial Ace. We beat Pokemon Shining Pearl with only Staraptor. Thank you to everyone who watched this video, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.